Welcome, dear students. The third video lesson from the chapter Emerging Modes of Business is related to online transactions. I think it is a day to day life related factor. Without online transactions, we can't live. We are using at least minimum Google Pay or Paytm for mobile recharge and for purchasing and buying of different products from the websites. So here we are going to learn what is online transaction and what are the different needs for online transactions. Okay, so what is online transaction? When we are doing something with the support of online platforms, for example, buying or selling products, that is known as online transaction. Online transaction means receiving information about goods, placing an order, receiving delivery and making payment through the medium of internet. So remember, with the support of internet, we are collecting the information about the goods, placing an order in front of the seller, receiving the delivery of the products and making payment. And under this system, the sale, purchase of every type of things, information and service is possible. So with the support of all these internet facility, we are using it for satisfying our day-to-day needs. So remember what we have to do for accessing the online website. So first of all, we have to register. We have to register our name in the particular website. So whenever, suppose when we are login Amazon, any other platforms, we have to give information, valid information about us, including email ID, mobile phone, number, etc. So we have to give the information and to obtain one password for personal purpose. So only after registration we can log in into the particular account of the website. And then what we have to do? After login into the account, we can place the order. So placing the order is the next step, which includes we are verifying the information for for which the product we are going to purchase. And after collecting the information from various sellers, we will check it and place the order. Then after that, we can do two types of delivery of payment of the product purchased through the online platform. We can use cash on delivery or check on delivery, and net banking transfer system is there, credit card facility is there, debit card facility is there. Also, we can use digital cash, Bitcoin, or any other online apps we can use for making the payment of the product. So, simple steps: registration or login into the account. Then we have to place the order. We can collect the product either paying the amount in advance or at the time of delivery. So remember, these are the things related to online transaction. Then we are always afraid of the security and safety of these type of transactions. So we have to make another concepts regarding how much it is secured, how much it is secured, and what are the element of risk involved in e-business transaction. First of all is default on order taking or giving. Default or on order taking or giving the product to the customers. So there will be some delay from the part of the seller, that or sometimes the order placing by the customer will make the denial of the order. Sometimes the seller will deny, sometimes the customer will deny the order. So that is one form of risk involved in e-business. Denial on the part of the seller that the customer ever placed the order or on the part of the customer that he ever placed the order. Sometimes after selling the product, or selling means after placing the order, the seller will distribute to the customer. But after watching the customer, he will return. That is one of the risk. Then default in delivery. Sometimes there will be message not delivered, delivered at wrong address, or wrong goods delivered. These type of negative comments will be there related to e-business. Not sometimes they will not, the agency not delivered the product. Sometimes they will wrongly send the product to a different address. So these type of negative aspects are there. Then default in payment, default in online payment. It includes the claims that either payment not received by the seller or customer claims that payment was made. Seller will say, I didn't receive the payment, so I will never send the order. Sometimes the payment will be made by the customer, but seller will deny. Also, customer claims that I made the payment, you have to give me the product. So these are all the risks. Again, data storage and transmission risk is there. Data storage and transmission risk is there. Most probably, all the data related to business transactions are recorded in servers with high definition safety and security. But there is a possibility of hacking all these information with the support of hackers. So sometimes we feel insecurity to store all these transactions. So remember, it is yet another business risk involved in e-business. The data storage and the transmission risk. Virus programs are also affected. There is a possibility of loss of data stored in the computer. So remember, sometimes we can use cryptography for protecting our data. Cryptography. Then another thing we have to remember, risk of threat to intellectual property and privacy. Remember, internet is kept open to all. You know very well. It is easily accessible one. When an information is available overnight, it moves out of the private domain. Everyone will modify the idea brought by one person. They will mold it and they make them their own. So remember, this type of risk is there in e-business. Remember the concept. So these are the some factors related to e-business risk. Then the next area, what is required in these type of e-business dealings? So resources required for a successful e-business implementation include a person with adequate computer awareness, also adequate computer hardware. Lot of data we have to store, so we have to keep a good quality computer. Then technically qualified workforce, a person with a technically qualified who can handle all the grievances of customers, clear the clarification of customers, make the data perfect. That type of workforce is needed. Then, system of receiving payments. A best way of safe receiving payment system is needed. Then, a well-designed website which includes all the information related to the business or the product. Then, a good, effective telecommunication system to interact between customer and the seller. So remember, all these things are needed for effective online business transaction. Hope all the areas are very clear related to the concept online business transaction. In the next topic, we will learn about what is outsourcing and how much it is beneficial for our business. Thank you. Thank you for watching my video lesson. Then develop your own concept, watching the video again and again. Thank you.